Hey everyone, this is Dave Witcher coming to you again on December 31st, 2019. It's been a while. The last time I did a video was back in June of 2019. All I can say is that when I stopped doing my videos, I was kind of at a point where, A, not only was there just kind of a lot going on in my life at that time, I was feeling really stagnant in what I was doing. I mean, I like the energy reports and everything, but I don't know. I got to a point where I thought, it just felt like I didn't have the impetus to do another video until now. Not that I haven't wanted to. I've actually wanted to do. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I felt I felt kind of bad that I haven't done a video in a long time. But every time I went to go do one, it just wasn't there. There was the energy wasn't saying go do the video. Right, my mind was saying that, but the energy wasn't. Um, and I think that's a good thing because, well, just a lot has gone on. There's been a lot of things that I've worked through since June. A lot has happened. A lot has changed in my life, um, for the good. Yeah, there's been a lot of great things. I mean, a lot of difficult things that I had to work through. Um, and I plan on talking about that in the new year. But a lot of really good things have happened. And out of all of that, one of the things is that I've just gained a lot of clarity on why I wasn't compelled to do any videos. And also a lot of the struggles that I've been having since I came back to my hometown and have gone through my spiritual awakening and my dark night of the soul and opening up to the whole twin flame journey and all of that. So a big part of that struggle, for example, back towards the end of 2016 and the beginning of 2017, I was really feeling the call to make videos on YouTube. But I just, there was a lot of resistance. There's just a lot of resistance. In fact, it wasn't until 2 days before my birthday in July that I broke down and made my first video. And then I just sort of did a few here and there, and eventually kind of got into more of a rhythm with it. I was doing the weekly energy reports and all of that, but still there was something missing. And the insight that I got on that finally was that I was always trying to accomplish something, and this is where the pushback came from. I was when I was venturing into a new territory for myself. Um, my mind immediately came up with something that I had to accomplish, a goal that I had to achieve. Instead of just allowing myself to be in that new space and be there just to allow myself to play around in that new space and discover, where my excitement was with that, just play around with things and be in a space of excitement with an attitude of amusement and, just be playful with it. I just immediately went to, I need to, be successful and get a lot of likes or a lot of subscribers or whatever it was, and whatever thing that I was doing. I set goals for myself instead of just allowing myself to go in and be playful and have a sense of amusement and find out where my excitement was with it. Just like what kids do. You play around with stuff and you see if you're really excited about it and where that leads you or not. So that was kind of a big revelation of, it was like, oh, okay, this is what I need to start doing. And I understood why I stopped doing the videos because, I would think about, well, what's my format? What should I do? How should I approach things? What should I talk about or not talk about? It was like trying to figure out a business plan. And one thing I know is that I came back to my hometown and I went through all of this craziness to leave the corporate world and to come back to just allowing myself to be me, not having to impress anyone, not having to meet goals or expectations or be successful, just allow myself to play. And so that's what I'm committed to doing in the new year, 2020. I'm going to get on YouTube, and this isn't just YouTube. This is going to be all the different things in my life. Is just allow myself to play, and to see where that takes me, and to really just try to follow my excitement, try to follow my enthusiasm, and just play and have fun with these things and see where it goes. I think that is the ultimate task for all of us in this life, is to get ourselves in a situation where we're meeting our basic needs, and then with all of the time and energy that we have left to follow find the things that interest us, that spark an interest in us, and play around with it and see where that leads. Sometimes you'll get to a dead end, and that's okay, but it will lead you to something else. But the main thing is just get in there and play, and be really natural and see what happens, see where that takes you. And the most important part of that is that it gives you that space to become the real you with whatever you're doing. And when you get in that space of being the real you, the authentic you, you quickly start to find out, is this something I want to keep doing or not? And if it is something you want to keep doing, more than likely you'll be kind of good at it because you want to do it. Anytime you really want to do something, generally it's because it's something that you're supposed to be doing, and you'll be good at it in one way or another. Or and let me even change the you'll be good at it. You will find it will be a positive in your life. It will be, in some way or another, it will be a positive in your life. Either it will just bring pure joy to you to do this, or it will introduce you to a new way of thinking, a new way of seeing things, a new skill set that you didn't know you had, a new network of people to interact with, or a new source of income. Not always going to be that, but that's okay. That's not the end all to be all. I mean, if you can find something to do that just brings you joy and happiness, that's pretty damn important. There's lots of different ways to make money, but how many people make money and then go home and don't have anything to do that brings them joy and happiness? And if you can discover what that thing is that brings you joy and happiness, you can kind of work your life around that, because that's I believe, the ultimate goal in this life is to find the things that bring you joy and happiness, and do that at all costs. Because if you do, at the end of your life, you're going to look back and you will not feel that you've wasted your life. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play around on YouTube. I'm going to talk about all kinds of different things. I'm still going to talk about twin flames, although not as much. The funny thing is that one of the things that actually happened in the last half of this year is that when I absolutely wasn't thinking about it, I met my twin flame. I mean, for real, I thought I'd met my twin flame before, twice actually. And each time it was kind of like someone who was, I guess, what you would call a near twin. And they brought me kind of closer and closer. But when I completely just stopped thinking about that topic and was really focused on working through all the things in my life to move myself forward, out of the blue, I got hit with it, which is kind of what they say happens a lot. Not all the time, but a lot. And the really interesting thing is that, without a doubt, she's my twin. But it hasn't magically fixed my life. It's amazing. It's brought an incredible amount of healing to me. It's reinforced a lot of my spiritual beliefs that I have. And those two things in and of themselves are worth the whole journey. But it's not magically fixed my life, and it's enhanced it. But the both of us, we still have things that we're struggling with. And lots of stuff that we're going to have to, work through individually still. And it helps to be connected with each other. Like I said, there's just been an incredible amount of healing that's gone on between the two of us. But it's not the end all to be all that it's often trumped up to be. Excuse me. Been fighting with the cough for a couple weeks now, but that's cold season for you. But certainly, the healing and the companionship are great, and we're there to help each other continue on, but it's still about our own personal journey and our own personal work. So the journey continues, the work goes on, and I'll talk about that, but I'm going to be talking about other things, anything basically that strikes my fancy. I'm not going to try and make this channel isn't going to be, I'm not going to try and make it a business per se. I'm just going to come on here and have fun and talk about all the things that interest me, and hopefully it will be of use to somebody out there, to people out there. And if it is, that's amazing. And I'm happy and grateful that I can be of service in that way. And if not, that's also okay, because again, this is just a sandbox, and I'm coming on here to have fun and to just be playful. So, well, more on that in the future, next year, 2020. I got a bunch of things right off the bat that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to try and keep my videos to 10-15 minutes, so that'll be an interesting exercise in mental discipline and sort of being succinct. So I want to make them short and quick and interesting, but I just want to have fun. So I hope you've all had a great 2019, even if it's been difficult, even if you've worked through a lot of painful emotions. I hope that it's been great for you. I know that even when I was in my darkest places, and I didn't think things would get better or improve, they did. So if you're in that dark place right now, and I've been in some really, really dark places, so if you're there right now, then please know that things do keep getting better. It's true. They do. Just keep going. And if you have to, you can say, I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my feelings. That helped me when I was struggling through some really intense emotions and thoughts and feelings. And you say, I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my feelings. And keep repeating that, and eventually things got better and better and better and better, and they continue to get better. And so I'm really excited for 2020, and I'm excited to have fun. I'm excited to be back on the channel, and I'm excited to see any and all comments that you all have. And have a great New Year's Eve, and I'll see you in 2020. Bye.